Hello, this is Dr. Wilbert Mutoko, and I'm with my wife, Coach Princess, and we are so excited that you have just tuned in. We are both ordained pastors and we are marriage coaches. We are very passionate about helping people to have happy marriages and be happy ever after. So, we are going to be talking about money in marriage. And one of the things I've seen about marriage is that many people believe that they know what they are doing. Whether the marriage is working or is not working, they are not willing to learn from other people. But I hope you, as you are watching, you are going to see the reason why marriage should still be learned. Nobody can say my marriage is too bad, I can't improve it. And nobody can say my marriage is so good, I can't improve on it. We can always make our marriages better and better. And the subject of money is a very thorny one, which has caused many divorces, and that worries us as pastors and as marriage coaches as well. So we'll just be talking in a short while about money in marriage, because it causes so many divorces and causes so many challenges. And maybe I will start by mentioning how it happened in our marriage when we were newly married. I really loved my wife, but we had a bit of a challenge because, I thought, when it's time to go for payday, salary, to get our salary, we would just buy a fizzy drink, or even there's one which was called Ripe and Ready those days. Nothing wrong with Ripe and Ready. It's just that my wife didn't like it. Was not one of her favorites. She liked a different one, which was a better one, and it was more expensive. And I had a big problem with that. So I saw that even though we loved each other a lot, when it came time for salary, just a few days before salary, we had our what you could call in-house fights, in-house exchange of words. My wife, what do you have to say about this?
This man, he was diplomatic. He would say, let's make a budget together. Then I will list what I want, and he will also make a list. But the diplomatic part of it, he will just say, this one we are not going to do it, this one we are not going to do it. And I realized those were my decisions. And later on, I was now frustrated. Whatever I put there, you are saying, no, this month we don't have money. So I said, no. Why are you asking me to have a budget with you? If you just want to run the home, just run it as it is. But as a fair husband, he said, let's start again and do it in a better way. So, money is never enough. So he would write his list and I would write my list. Then we will compromise which ones to take, the both of us. But at first, it was sour, because whatever I would want, I would not get it. I would not get it. And for that matter, I was a person who was working and having my own money. And by that time, I was not working. So a small thing would pinch my heart not to get it. Like even some potato crisps, I like them so much. So maybe we have gone to the shops together. I said, I want some potato crisps. He will say, no, but we didn't budget for this. Hey, that was a prick. And I had to find a way out, how I can be free as a woman to get whatever I want. And I made it in my mind that I will also have some money. No matter if I'm not going to work, I will produce money by selling something, doing some small business, so that I will be totally free and do whatever I want to do, not taking money from the salary that he was getting. But that one, it really helped me that I had to make a lot of money, and he ended up borrowing money from me because I made it in my mind that I will have money, no matter what situation has come into my life or at what point I will get the money. So I was now getting a lot of money from my small businesses.
Good. Thank you so much for expressing that. So basically, many people see us as a happily married couple. We've just gone over 18 years now, and we are happily married. And we want people to know that it doesn't just happen. You know, we are not heroes. We are not a hero and a heroine who know how to run a marriage. But we have just learned. In some cases, we have read books. In some cases, we have learned from our mentors. In some cases, we have learned from our marriage coaches. In some cases, we have learned through mistakes. You know, like she was saying in the beginning, she had left her job to follow me where I was working, a different part of the country. So she had left her job, which means she no longer had income. And the income we were depending on was my income. But then, being somebody who has a bit of accounts, I was so used to doing a budget alone. So when she came into my life, I was not used to, you know, ladies are blessed. When you write a list of things that are to be bought, and the money is not even enough, and you have put the pay slip there, she can see that the money is not enough. When you say to her, is there anything that is not there? Oh my goodness, she will write 3 pairs of shoes new, I wanted 5 new dresses, and she was being genuine, she wanted those things, but the money was not enough, and it caused challenges for us until we had to come up with a solution. Like she said, she felt like, you know what, I'm going to run my small business. And at the same time, I personally, after reflecting, ended up saying, you know what, it's better you write the budget. You write the budget of how we are going to spend money. And it worked that way because now she is the one who was now adjusting rather than me controlling him and saying on payday, we get there and she wants fresh chips. And I'm like, fresh chips? Are you for real? Fresh chips, there is no money. You know it. Let's buy buns. You want an expensive drink? Where do we get the money? Let's just buy Coca-Cola or something, or Ripe and Ready, and then get going. And it was really hurting her. So what we are saying is maybe you are newly married, or you are planning to marry, or you have been married for a long time and issues of money are giving you challenges. We just want to say to you, you know what? There is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. If you can sit down, you can find a way. Up to now, we sit down together. She runs her business. I work somewhere. We make money. And another thing, in our marriage, what we have decided to do is to follow what the Bible says. Adam was put in the garden to work. So we believe that it is my job as the husband to supply for the family. Yeah? Even during those olden days, you know, when our forefathers were going to hunt, the mothers were there to support. They would go to gather fruits and other vegetables, you know, and to keep the home running. But the husbands were taking the riskier work. They would go out there to hunt and fight with buffaloes and things like that. So we still believe in our home that it is the husband's role to be supplying. Even though my wife runs her business, it's up to her whenever she feels like supporting me, which she does anyway. Because when you love each other, it doesn't have to be by force. Now, these days, there's a new trend where some people, well, we will, you know, we are not saying we know everything. We will appreciate your comments and your questions. You subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We will appreciate your comments and your questions and what you think should be done concerning money in marriage. But what we believe is that the husband is the one to supply in the home. And the wife is a helper, a suitable helper. She will supply money here and there. Like she was saying that I ended up borrowing money from her. It doesn't mean I borrow money all the time. Yeah? I know that I'm supposed to supply the home. Now these days you see people advertising even in newspapers. I'm not criticizing it, but you know, I'm not sure whether that's what God wanted. You see people advertising that they are looking for a sugar mommy. The sugar mommy must be wealthy. Should have her own car, should have a lot of money coming into her bank account. I'm thinking, is this the way God really wanted men to be like? For you to be a real man, there is no problem. I know also things have changed these days. The husband goes to a job, the wife goes to a job. Some husband and wife can agree, okay, you take care of rentals and school fees. This one says I will take care of fuel and things like that. That's perfectly fine. But I have a problem when the husband forces the wife to say, bring your salary here. I think that's a problem. That's no longer helping. That's a forced matter.
That issue of even putting money together or say this one should do this and this one should do this, you know, you may have a job, but it won't live forever. You may not have it for the rest of your life. The time that person will lose his job or that wife will lose her job, because the husband is used to combine the funds. He won't feel comfortable to have the full load, even knowing that the woman was helping him. So I think it's a responsibility for the men to cater for the family. Whenever the wife could help, then she can do so. Because if I go back to the Bible says, when Adam and Eve sinned before God, Adam was given a curse, and his curse was to eat from his sweat.
Right.
And the woman was given her curse, and her curse was to bear children. So as long as that woman is bearing children in the family
and having pain
at childbearing, that person is taking her cases. So Adam, please take your cases.
Take your cases and work
for them, and we need to eat from your sweat. Because we are women, we have a part to do. It doesn't mean that if I have the money, I'll just look the problems in the family. No. A helper is there to see where there is a need in the family, and you help with a free heart.
Right.
So the Adams, they are now forcing the women to have their punishment, and at the same time having her own punishment. That's why you see many women, they have a lot of BP, a lot of diseases, because they are overstraining their bodies. They are working as fathers, they are working as mothers, which is not right.
Men, do you hear that? We have to carry our responsibilities, because when the woman goes to bear children, when some of them go through operation, some of them, we men,
alone.
you could be there. Like I was in labor, you know, when you were giving birth to our third child. I was in labor, but I didn't feel what you felt.
Yes.
What I was doing was praying, but you had the child in there. You went for operation. You were operated, I was not operated. You were paying your price. And then when it comes to supporting the home again, we force you to be there again. Is that not double punishment?
Double.
Yeah? But we are not saying women should not help. And we are not saying if there is a woman right now who is married and probably is earning even more than the husband. We are not saying now from today, you see, you have heard the coaches, these pastors, the Mutoko family, they are saying, no, I'm out of this. No, that's not what we are saying. We are here to build, not to destroy. If you have agreed or your situation allows for one of you to be taking care, there are some women who take their husband to school. There's nothing wrong with that. There are some women who are taking care of the home because the husband at the moment lost their job. That's understandable. But for a man to be watching television at home, and the wife is the one who goes to work all the time, and you are comfortable, you don't feel guilty, there is a problem that needs to be addressed. So money should not destroy homes. Money should build homes. Let's have happy marriages. Thank you very much. Dr. Wilbert Aramutoko signing out, and Coach Princess. Thank you. We love you. Subscribe.